This is Mike with CS Tactical. I am here with Steve. He's the design engineer for Leupold, and we're going to go over some of the new products that Leupold's bringing out this year.
Hi, Mike. So this scope that we have here is our Mark IV 6.5 to 20 with a Horus H58 front focal plane reticle. This particular scope was just announced on the XM 2010, which is a new sniper weapon system for the U.S. Army. It's coming out to replace all the old M24s that have been out in the field. This particular platform that we have it applied to here is a Remington MSR, which is what the Army is buying. The features of this scope is that it has a locking turret on it. This is to keep guys from inadvertently adjusting their scope when they're transitioning from shooting positions and pulling their scope out of the drag bag. It's got a button in the top of it that you push down to disengage the locking mechanism. This particular turret is 10th mil per click, 10 mils for each revolution for a total of 20 mils of adjustment travel. That allows the 300 Win Mag to reach out to 1,360 yards simply by dialing the scope. Also included in this scope are the BDC drops, so there's a second set of lasered numbers on here that correspond with the meters of a particular shot. So the sniper can, he knows he's making a 600 meter shot, he can simply depress the turret, turn it to the 600 meter mark and take the shot. Other than that, the windage is capped. That's per the solicitation for the U.S. Army, so that you won't, again, inadvertently adjust a windage. Front focal plane Horus reticle works really well. The current sniper spotter teams have similar reticles in the spotting scope versus the rifle scope, and that allows them to call out wind corrections immediately.
Are these scopes going to be illuminated?
Right now on the XM 2010 is a non-illuminated model. Kind of the transition in the military right now is that they're using clip-on night vision gear, and the illumination is not really a critical part of the system. We will have commercial variants available that do have illumination on them, however.
Okay, and when will we be kind of expecting to see this on the market?
We're actually fulfilling the contract right now with Remington Arms Company, and in the next 3 to 4 months you'll start to see these things come out into the commercial market.
All right, very good. Thank you very much, and we'll move on to the next one here.
Okay, Mike, this is our new CQBSS. It's a Mark 8 1.1 to 8. This particular scope is designed for a small unit in the military. Features on this particular scope are a pinch and turn locking turret with integral BDC dial, so you can, again, select the distance that you're going to shoot and make an immediate adjustment to the turret to achieve a dead hold. When you look through this scope, down on 1.1 power, there is a holographic dot in here that illuminates very bright, so you can pull the scope up and take those quick shots if you're kicking down a door, getting ready to transition up to a roof. This holographic dot is daylight visible. Use the scope like a red dot sight in those circumstances. Once you transition up to the roof, you can use our fast zoom eyepiece, turn it up to 8 power, and make an 800 meter shot down an alleyway or what have you.
Will the dot be illuminated still at the 8 power? Or?
Yeah, you can turn it on or off at 8 power. Generally, you would turn the dot off when you're taking those longer shots. This particular model has a Horus H27 reticle in it, so again, you've got your bullet drop calculator with an A-trag that can tell you what your hold points are for an accurate shot at distance. Again, the platform, the original platform, is a 16-inch 308 gun, and you know, from CQB, kicking down the doors, taking that shot across the room, up onto the roof with an 800 meter shot, all accomplished in one sight with no add-ons, no mini red dot sights or anything on the side of it.
Are they going to be mainly designed for the 223 or the 308 variant?
Well, current design is for a 308 variant, but this BDC dial can be changed, and you can set it up for any round that you'd want to shoot.
So Steve, we have the hammer here, and you can see it with the delta point on it. Can you tell me more about this scope?
Okay, this is our fixed 4 version called the hammer. It has a red dot delta point sight on top of it for CQB. The advantage of this sight over the sights that are in the market of the similar packaging is that the eye relief is about twice what most users are used to.
So it's going to have a lot longer eye relief
Right,
thing.
and that where that really comes into play is when you pull the rifle up, it's not as critical to have your eye positioned in exactly the same spot each time. So this has what we call a very large eye box, so it's insensitive to movement between the eye and your optic. Other features are that it's got an adjustable diopter on the back of it like you'd see on a traditional rifle scope, so depending on your particular prescription you can focus the reticle. It's got illumination over here on the side with the dial. User settable on-off switches. The reticle that's in this particular scope is what we call our CMR squared reticle. It was first introduced in our 1.5 to 5. It's been extremely popular with 3-gun shooters and also with U.S. Army Marksmanship Unit. That particular reticle is calibrated for a 5.56. It has a real bright horseshoe over the top for those close shots, and then it has horizontal lines that denote 18 inches at each of the yardages that come down the vertical stadia. So you can pull the scope up, bracket the shoulders of the target with the horizontal line and take your shot. So it's very intuitive. There's no range estimation or calculations that need to be done in order to take the shot with this particular scope.
Now, will the reticle, you said the shoe that goes around it, is that going to be a daytime bright?
Yes, it is.
Oh, very good. And is it going to come with also the delta point? Or can you get it without or with? Or
there's going to be 2 options in the commercial market, one with the delta point and one without the delta point. Obviously, with the fixed 4-power sight, it's hard to shoot with both eyes open, so the delta point is a really nice addition when you're taking those shots between, up close to 100 yards or so. The delta point really shines in that application.
Well, thank you very much. That's a nice little scope. I'm going to have to try one of those out and do a review of myself.